we go. NBA props already here in Las Vegas at the Westgate and the Golden Nugget. The Warriors win total is up at 66.5. And at the Golden Nugget, Teddy, the Warriors are minus 240 to win the title. The field is plus $2.
And you know what? I don't want the field. That being said, I also don't want the over 66.5. This is not a team with anything to prove in the regular season. But when it comes to the postseason, I mean, you're looking at the rosters right now, and even the potential moves teams could make. The only way Golden State doesn't win it next year is if somebody big gets hurt in the postseason, and maybe a couple of big guys get hurt. They deserve to be that level of chalk. But, of course, no urgency to make that bet now either.
LeVar Ball shot his mouth off at the draft, guaranteed the Lakers would make the playoffs. Jimmy Vaccaro at the South Point said, come on down, I'll bet you $500,000. And then Vegas said, let's put a price up on this. At the Westgate, the Lakers minus $7 not to make the playoffs. Yes, plus $5.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that number's high. The West, for as loaded as the West is, and for as bad as the Lakers have been, plus 500, I know they're going to take money at that number. I would expect this number to go down, and it's not going to go any higher.
All right, how about the T-Wolves? Great trade. They fleeced the T-Wolves, or fleeced the Bulls and get Butler. The T-Wolves to make the playoffs, yes, minus 260. They won 31 games last year. I know they couldn't close, but yes, a nice favorite in that one.
Sure, and of course they got Coach Tibbs and Jimmy Butler reunited again. Of course, they also have the NBA's longest playoff drought. They haven't made the postseason since 2003/2004. But, I mean, what do you think? They got Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, and, of course, the number 7 pick, Markkanen out of Arizona. Markkanen, I'm sorry, who has, I think, a guy who has a ton of upside. But, man, when you see the quotes coming out of Chicago, it's not pretty for, the GM Foreman. How about the agent? Travell Gaines posted on his own Twitter account. He's Butler's agent. He says, 0-82, worst culture in the league. I met drug dealers with better morals than their GM. He's a liar, and everyone knows. So Jimmy Butler disappointed at what happened, but he certainly makes the T-Wolves a better team than they were, a heck of a lot better, considering they didn't have to give up any of their key pieces. And Minnesota's a scary-looking team moving forward.
Guy's 25-6-5 last year. Give me a break. I think he hit 40% of his threes, too, with some difficult shots he was taking on a lousy Chicago team. And the 76ers, trust the process, baby, minus 125 to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and I mean, look, Washington went 9-22 with Markelle Fultz. That's the worst record for any overall number 1 pick since the common era of the draft began in 1966. So now the Sixers have Fultz, they have Ben Simmons, and they have Joel Embiid. That's 3 number 1 overall picks in the last 4 drafts. And of those 3 guys, they have combined to play a grand total of 0 NCAA tournament games. So here's my question to you, Pauly. Can you build a winning team with players that don't really have a winning legacy, that haven't won anything at any level since high school?
Absolutely. That's bullshit what you just said there. The coach, Romar, sucked as a coach. The coach at LSU was terrible, and there weren't good players around those 2 guys. And Embiid didn't play in the tournament because he was hurt. So that's not his fault either. They are set up beautifully in Philadelphia.
I'm just asking the question. I mean, in the picture, Fultz is holding up 3 fingers because now he's like, wow, the 76ers have 3 prime starters that don't know what it's like to win. And, of course, on the other end of that trade for Boston, for Philly getting the number 1 pick, Duke's Jason Tatum goes to the Celtics at number 3. That doesn't make me more scared of the Celtics as the number 2 team in the East behind Cleveland.
It's going to be a lot of fun with free agency that starts next week, too. We'll see what happens in L.A. with the Clippers. Where does Paul George go? See if Love leaves Cleveland. We see some big moves as well. I want to see where Millsap goes as well. And the West just gets stronger. And it's the East seems to lose a lot of quality players over the last few years. When's the East going to be good? Been asking that question for 10 years.
Philadelphia, man. And I'm with you on being bullish on the Sixers. I was just making the point that none of these guys have really done anything in terms of proving it at the college level. But, of course, I got to throw up this one last graphic. Okay, the most points per game by major conference freshmen over the last 25 seasons. You look at the guys at the top of this list. Let's see. Beasley, pretty much a bust at the NBA level. Carmelo wasn't a bust at the NBA level, but he's never won. And then, of course, Kevin Durant, who was unable to win at the biggest stage until he went to Golden State. So Fultz in the midst of that trio. Not a bad trio to be with when it comes to success at the collegiate level. We'll see what he does in the NBA.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.